Welcome to this special episode of Prophetic Perspective. I'm Tim Moore, the Senior Evangelist at Lamb Lion Ministries, and today I'm very glad to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Rob Sweet to our program. Rob and I attended the Air Force Academy together, actually living in the same squadron for 4 years, and then went on to pilot training together. Rob ended up flying the A-10 Warthog, an airplane beloved by airmen and soldiers alike for its tank-killing abilities. But in the first Gulf War, Rob was shot down. After strafing a column of Iraqi tanks, he was hit by a surface-to-air missile and found himself floating down right amidst those tanks. He then endured a long season of captivity in Iraq. And we're going to talk about that today. Rob, I'm so glad you could be here with us.
Thank you, Tim. It's my pleasure to be here. I just want to say that I've told my story several times, but never from the religious aspect of it. And that's something I'm really excited to share with everybody.
For our viewers who aren't familiar, tell us a little bit about how you came to be a prisoner of war in Iraq. I mentioned in 1991 you were flying together with another A-10 pilot, and tragically you were shot down. So what exactly happened?
I was at Myrtle Beach, stationed at Myrtle Beach Air Force Base. We got deployed for Desert Shield in August of 1990, and then the war kicked off in January of 91. I got to fly 30 combat missions during the Desert Storm portion of it in about the same time frame, 30 days. And then on the 15th of February, myself and my flight lead, we got in a bad spot. I got shot down by a surface-to-air missile and was able to eject. And then he found out later, I didn't realize this at the time, but he was hit, called out that he had been hit. And then he never got out. The plane either broke up or he got hit again, and he went in with the wreckage. On a side note, there's a move afoot, and I've been supporting. It looks like we're getting some congressional sponsorship to have his decoration upgraded to the Medal of Honor. So hopefully we maybe get some prayers, and the country will do the right thing and honor Steve Phillis's sacrifice to his country.
Yes, sir.
Appropriately in my opinion.
Obviously, anybody who goes into harm's way to serve their country and their fellow man is worthy of honor, and I honor your service and your experience. I was shot at by a surface-to-air missile one time flying out of Baghdad. Fortunately, miraculously, it didn't hit my aircraft. We actually heard and felt the concussion. Miraculous that there was no damage to the airplane. But you spent a period of time in captivity. What do you learn, or what lessons would you share with us in hindsight from that experience?
First of all, I credit my return with honor to two factors. First being my faith, and second being the training I got at the SEAL School at the Air Force Academy, which some years later after the war got closed, shut down, much to my disappointment and disgust, quite frankly. At the beginning, when I was captured right away, at first I thought I was a dead man, and there was several times over the next 3 days where it took me a while to realize that I'm not going to be summarily executed. But until I figured that I was actually worth something to them to alive, there was several times where I thought, this is it. I'm a dead man. I'm done. This is it. My life's over. Not only does that pay an emotional toll on you, a huge roller coasters of emotions, I would say, from elation that you didn't get shot to, oh God, now I am getting shot. But you always had, at least I always had it in the back of my mind that at least I'll be going to a better place. And I did the best I could. And I used to say this all the time, and I still do, and sometimes I get in trouble for it in today's PC world. But I would kind of recommend to young warriors in the Air Force and the military that the time to realize you need some faith is not when you're about ready to meet your maker. You need to get right before that, in my opinion.
Well, Rob, you and I could probably sit and talk all day long, and we probably have come close to doing that already. So, folks, we're going to go ahead and close out this episode of Prophetic Perspective, but I hope you'll join us again when we bring you more of my interview with the last serving American POW, Lieutenant Colonel Rob Sweet. Godspeed.